Hello and welcome back to another Talking Toll video. In today's one, we're going to be looking at the TMNT, the Archie Adventures, issue number 2. Now, this one is the second part of episode 1 of season 2 from the 1987 TV show. And I want to say that it is good. I mean, I really want to say more positive things about this issue because I do think that this issue is a lot of fun, but at the same time, there's a lot of problems like with just like with the first issue. There's a lot of problems, but I know that they do go away eventually, so I can't be mad too much. But at the same time, I really did enjoy this issue, and I'm not too sure why, because I enjoyed the episode from the show and didn't really think too much of it. But looking back on this issue, something about it just has this fun kind of feel, which I don't know. Something about this is just missing. But at the same time, I'm happy that it's missing, so a win-win. So yeah, okay, so where do I begin with this one? Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna talk about the negatives for this one, and just like with all the other issues, I'm not gonna be talking about the story just because, well, I'll just basically be going over the actual episode itself, and at that point, I might also just not review the comics, so there's that. So with the negatives for this issue, I don't think there's really all too many. I think one of the biggest ones, which I have to say, which I was praising a little bit in the last video, was saying how like the backgrounds in last issue, and more or less with those ones, they were improved quite a bit, and there was like some colour, some actual detail to the background, but not here. Yeah, I'm not sure what went wrong. Most of the backgrounds in this one are either just a plain colour or just not even there whatsoever. So I'm just so confused how they can, like, just do something a bit decent in last issue, and then screw up completely to the point where it's more or less non-existent. So I am quite a little bit disappointed by that because I was hoping for some good stuff, but no. So that's a little bit disappointing. Yeah, I mean, I'd say that overall there wasn't really too many issues with this issue, just because I'd say that I was enjoying this one quite a bit. I would say that like some parts, I'd say that also just like with like the last few issues, it does feel like maybe at some points they are like somewhat over-explaining stuff, and maybe at some points they do go a bit too fast of a pace, which I don't think is necessarily bad in some cases, because I know that this was the second half of the episode, and this is normally where all the action takes place, so, that bit normally happens where, like, it gets a lot faster, the pacing and stuff like that, but I do feel like for the actual issue itself, I don't think it worked all too well, just because they're trying to go at a quite fast pace, which I don't think really helped all too much, so that was quite disappointing on that front. So, yeah. Okay, let's talk about some positive. Okay, yeah, so Baxter's in this issue. He's changed his appearance again, but then again, I'm not quite surprised, just because with Irma and Vern changing their appearance in last issue, I can't say that I'm all too surprised, but it was interesting, I want to say. And then there was one part which I'm not too sure was actually in the actual episode itself, or they were like reworking it so that it was a new scene but the same dialogue, was when Baxter and Shredder were getting out the insane asylum, and Baxter was talking to Shredder about the construction worker machine. So I'm pretty sure that it was more or less the same dialogue or something along those kind of lines, but with a different scene. So I thought that was pretty cool to see, because, well, it was something new. I mean, it wasn't all too much, but I mean, at least it was something, so at least there's that. And then also they did fix some animation mistakes in this episode as well, because if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure in the episode we got to see like 2 Leonardos, or is it Raphael's, that like come into the Channel 6 News building when April calls him in. So at least they are fixing that mistake, and they're just giving all 4 tails the right colours, which was really great, unlike other episodes and issues, which was pretty nice to see for actually fixing mistakes and stuff like that. The artwork, I don't know, it's improving a bit for the Turtles. I feel like with April, it's definitely going downhill, especially for her face. there are some shots which don't do her character any justice, but at the same time, I feel like it just adds to the scene and just makes it a whole lot more better because, well, it's April's face and just seeing the reaction. Yeah, maybe not the best, but it's enjoyable, say the very least. And then the actual story itself, and I know I wasn't really going to talk about it all too much, and I'm not really going to talk about it, but I'll say that for just this issue with how they went around it, which it was seeing that, oh no, Splinter's escaped and all that, and the Crooked News Troll gang. So go after the Shredder, and they come in contact with the Crooked Ninja Troll gang. They fight them. They fight Shredder, Baxter. This issue was just a lot of fun, just seeing the Trolls just doing like Troll kind of stuff and just going at it in like a very fun kind of pace. And I know that in the episode, it was a pretty good episode. So seeing it like translated here, I feel like this is probably the better issue, but I feel like that may just be because issue 1 was just setting things up. So I feel like I am probably not being too fair with these issues, but at the same time, this is way better, so at least there's that. So yeah, so just like with like the other few issues, I know that like some of my complaints, they do go away, which is like good to see, but at the same time, with like an issue like this, which is an issue which I was enjoying, it's a shame that I don't include the backgrounds and just don't do like normal comic book stuff. And there's a lot of stuff about this issue which, I mean, I did really enjoy it, I can't deny that. But all my complaints, yeah, it's become increasingly frustrating to talk about this kind of stuff because I just want to talk about the Troll side of things, and it's really hard to when you can't even look at the background. So yeah, it's just so annoying because so much good stuff in this issue. So yeah, I mean, I'd say that overall for this issue, it was a pretty decent issue for trying to tell a decent Troll story, and like with the last issue, I do feel like it would have been better if they had done the original story. But at the same time, I do like this issue because it was just a fast-paced action issue, which was just really fun to watch, and so many interesting things in this issue. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they do that issue episode 2 in the next 2 issues. Because if I'm correct, that's the Shrinking Toe episode, which I really enjoyed that episode. So I'm in some small way, these issues have more or less talked me into liking these ones, which I'm not liking a single bit because I don't want to say if I'm a hater of these ones, but at the same time they could do a lot of things better. But yeah, so I think that'll be quite interesting to see how we do that episode. So yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's going for today, guys. If it doesn't, please share. Let's just grab more stuff. Goodbye, yo. Bye.